Good morning and welcome to Other Worlds Wednesday here on Gaming with ADHD. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I have talked about the Bundle of Holding website before, and I want to do a little bit better about bringing it up on the channel because they do bring up some fantastic deals for people. So not going to really bury the lead. They are currently running actually two bundles for the Infinity role-playing game from Modiphius, and honestly, it's a great deal. If you are into Infinity, or if you like the 2D20 system, or if you want to try something new, this is an absolutely great entry point. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what the bundles are offering. I will show you how it compares to what is currently available, and then give you some final thoughts. But before we do that, do make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. I do try to put out a few videos a week covering role-playing games, miniatures, card games, board games, anything you can play on a tabletop. And I would absolutely love it if you came along and see what I have to share. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this. All right, so here we've got our website, and let me hide the taskbar to give us a little bit more room. Okay, sorry about that. So here we have the first Infinity RPG bundle. Now, this was originally released in 2019, so they have resurrected the bundle, and which they do from time to time. So if you do miss something or it's not in your budget, hopefully it'll come around again. Can't guarantee it, but I have seen them come up from time to time for different bundles that they offer. So that's always a good option. Now, in this first one, you have the Infinity RPG, Adventures in the Human Sphere, the GM screen, and Code Infinity, which is an adventure that comes with the GM screen, the Game Master's Guide, the Ariadna and Hak Islam faction books, and Quatronic Heat, which is yet another adventure. So, the starter collection that you see here, basically, if you want to just pay the absolute minimum, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get the core book, an adventure book, and the GM's guide. Now, all of this is a good deal in and of itself. It is about, I know they say down here, you're getting about a $57 value for all of that. And if you add everything else, it's an additional $59 value. Okay. So regardless, if you're going to pay for everything, right now the threshold price is $25.61. So as people pay extra, what it does is it starts bumping up that threshold price. So you do want to get in early on these bundles. But basically it will, it's still pretty cheap. So assume you're going to pay around $26 for everything in this bundle, which again, for everything that you get here, that's about $116 worth of stuff, and you're getting it for about $26. So about 20%, I guess that's 80% off. So 20% of the total value is what you're going to have to pay. So really, really good deal. Let's take a look at these. So first off, obviously, we've got the core rulebook clocking in at 528 pages. Normal PDF retail price on that is $25. It gives you all of your instructions for creating characters. In this game, you are going to play characters from many of the different nations in the Infinity universe. Now, are called the Human Sphere. So the core rulebook gives you plenty to run off of, all of these factions. Does the faction books do go in and give you additional information, but you have everything you need to make a character, run the game. There's game master information. Overall, it's a really, really good book. Making a character was actually really easy. I actually have made a couple of characters. I haven't gotten to play the game. That's a separate issue. But overall, I found it to be a very easy, very workable system. And so I definitely would recommend that. All right, so Adventures in the Human Sphere is going to give you 10 adventure seeds. They're not, strictly written out, more just kind of guidelines. Here's what you need to work with, what the objective is, things like that. The GM screen and Code Infinity gives you charts and tables for a GM screen, 2 short adventures, and it says Joan of Arc. Got it. Okay, so game statistics for Joan of Arc, William Wallace, Sun Tzu, and Saladin. So, if you aren't familiar with the Infinity Universe, one of the things that they have done is they have resurrected these historical figures and brought them into the present. Well, the Infinity present. And so they will actually will give you the stats for that there. All right, for the Game Master Guide, obviously, it's more GM information. It says stats for 8 iconic NPC faction leaders, advanced rules for vehicle and starship combat, practical advice for heat, zone creation, and 3 aspects of conflict: warfare, infowar, and Psywar. And then a deeper delve into Maya and Arachne. Maya is basically the internet of the Infinity Universe, and I forget what Arachne is, so forgive me on that one. All right, we then have our faction books for Ariadna and Hakislam. What these will do is give you additional life path options, choices for making a character from this faction. They give you a little bit of that in the core book, but this really does break it down and get you something a little bit more flavorful for those particular factions. Ariadna is basically space, United States, France, and Russia. And Hakislam is space Islam, or space Middle East, I guess you would say. Then Quantronic Heat is I believe a full campaign. Oh, it's a mini campaign of 3 different missions. So far they have sold 206 bundles. The threshold price is now up to $25.62. So, like I said, you do want to get in early. Basically, you pick what you want, either a flat fee. If you put in a generous amount, you get to give your name, or you come in and you can even give a very specific price. So you can put it exactly at the threshold price if you want. Put in your email address, pick how you're going to pay, and check your email. Now, it's not just checking your email, because they do create an account on the Bundle of Holding website. But if you actually link it to your Drive-Thru RPG account, it will actually sync to that, so that you can have all of those through Drive-Thru RPG as well. If you've heard me talk about before, I do have, I usually will put an affiliate link in role-playing reviews, so that way I do get a little bit of credit from them. But basically, I like Drive-Thru RPG because then just everything's there. They have the app. The app's super easy to use. So, again, I like that Bundle of Holding syncs over there. So that is the Infinity RPG bundle. That is one of 2 options that you have. As you can see, currently there are 19 days left. So basically it's about 3 weeks for this whole campaign. All right, so the next one is Infinity Factions. Now, this is not going to complete the collection of the Infinity RPG books. We'll just go over real quick what this one's going to add. And just so you're aware, the threshold price on this one is $25.84, so about the same amount. And you're basically going to get the the same amount of value. It's about $116 worth of product. You're getting it for $26. So again, you're looking at about an 80% savings on everything that you get here. Okay. Let's see. Then, I did forget to mention, Bundle of Holding does partner with the different groups to donate the funds to charity. And in this case, they are donating it to Roll versus Evil, which is apparently a not-for-profit initiative founded by the owner of Modiphius, Chris Birch. So, basically it will fund different charitable efforts from them. So, part of your funds do go towards that. So we're going to get 2 more in the starter collection. You're going to get 2 more Infinity Faction books, Pan-Oceania and Yu Qing. You're also going to get the campaign guide for Paradiso. Basically, this is more of a setting book. Paradiso in the Infinity Universe is the sort of... I don't want to call it the neutral zone, but basically it's where everything seems to be happening. It's where humans have encountered the combined army. The different factions of the human sphere are trying to establish footholds on the planet. And there are also archaeological ruins and things like that from some ancient civilization there as well. So Paradiso is kind of a big deal to everybody. So it's going to give you basically a campaign setting for that. Shadow Affairs, a large and detailed Infinity campaign, clocking in at 113 pages. Cost of Greed, a 5-adventure Infinity RPG campaign. So again, more campaigns, more stories to run. You then get if you decide to level up to the threshold price, you're going to get the Mercenaries source book, the Combined Army source book, and then the Aleph, Nomads, and Toha books. Now, Nomads are the last of the core factions. Aleph being sort of, we'll call it the computer army, because they work for the primary human artificial intelligence, and the Toha being the alien army that is sort of enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of a situation. The combined army being the bad guys, and the Toha being against the combined army. So again, mixing, or not necessarily good guys, but they're still trying to help against the combined army. So this one has obviously sold a little bit more because it is the new bundle, so the people that purchased the original one will be picking that up. I know I did already, and again, works the same way. So those are the 2 bundles that are available. Like I said, you're going to be paying about $50, $52 if you're paying, like I just paid $26, just keep the math simple. So if you're doing that for both of them, about $52 for about $228 worth of stuff. Honestly, it's a really good deal if you ask me. Now, the other thing that I want to point out, so this is the Infinity RPG bundle. Basically, this is everything for the Infinity RPG on DriveThruRPG. Now, all I have purchased are the 2 Bundle of Holding packages. So I don't have all of the products. But one thing that I do like is that if there is a bundle available on DriveThruRPG and you go to purchase it, they will deduct the cost of the things that you already have, and then you will just pay a reduced bundle price. So basically, to finish off the collection, I'm looking at about another $73.69. At this point, I'm probably going to wait, see if they maybe do another bundle later on, or I'll be picking them up one at a time as I go along to complete the collection. So this does list everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back a page. And all right, so I have one nice thing is it does let you hide it by titles that you've already purchased. So I still need the player's guide. Basically, it gives you more options for your characters. There is an O12 supplement. O12 is sort of like the United Nations of the human sphere. Another campaign, the Acheron Cascade. Now, there's a couple. They do card decks. Basically, it's quick reference or quick idea decks for the Game Master. They also did a couple of tile sets if you like getting your miniatures out. Obviously, Infinity being a miniatures war game is going to be pretty heavy for that. The Hypercorps being, just mega corporations or hyper corporations within the Infinity universe. So yet another faction, another campaign, more tiles, more starships, tags. I like Infinity because of tags. If you've watched any of my videos about Infinity, I bring it up a lot. I like big stompy robots. Clearly, from all the Battletech content, but there you go. And then Technology of the Human Sphere and the Wilderness of Mirrors deck. So there is obviously a lot for Infinity. Infinity was my first real experience with the 2D20 system, and I was very excited about it. I thought it worked. I thought making a character worked really well, and then it was centered around Infinity, which is another universe that I really enjoy. So if you like it, I will have a link to the bundles down in the description, so make sure you check that out. But otherwise, I do appreciate your time. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. Make sure that if you know anyone who likes Infinity, make sure you share it to them so that they don't lose out on it. But otherwise, I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.